All right. So yeah, we did open it up today to our first mailbag. At Pete Rorig, he gave me applause on the first time I tried his name. He said I did a good job. So it's at Pete Rorig. He's known as the professor on Twitter, and he's got Igor Larionov as the avatar. So he is grade A conversation on Twitter. He's as fun as it is to see every other person complaining about Blashill and how this team would be a Stanley Cup contender if we had another coach. Thankfully, Pete's not one of those guys. I guess just focusing on the power play here. He wanted to know, when Bert's back, what's the most dangerous power play unit you can put together? Which is always tough when you're working. Like, again, we're coming back. My first excuse is going to be we're working with this roster, so I kind of struggle here. But I will say, like, immediately when I look at what I already put down, I already want to make changes to it. But I decided I'd look up a strategy as well for us to adopt. And honestly, yesterday I tweeted, like, watching the power play, I have no earthly clue besides just drawing a circle around the offensive zone. So let's say we actually get the puck in. Besides doing a circle around the offensive zone, I have no clue what our plan is. I have zero clue. Part of that is probably because we just don't get everything set up. But, yesterday was a great example of not even seeing a real setup of what's supposed to be going on. I threw out there what the Tampa Bay Lightning made famous in the 2010-11 season was the 1-3-1. I figure if anybody's going to know how to set up or at least have this in mind when they're putting their lineup together, and you look at the Gagnes that were picked up and Bobby Ryans to get some extra right-handed forward shots in there. Of course, Gagne didn't make the cut, but I'm just throwing that out there.
Who's your five?
I'm sorry?
Who's your five?
All right, so here's where I kind of want to make the change just because of what a fun season he's having for me so far. I put in Hronek, but I want to put in Stetcher. I'm going to put in Stetcher because he is controlling the puck. Mike, he bounced the puck off Mark Stahl that he ended up putting in the net. That we haven't seen since Lidstrom was bouncing him off Chris Draper's face. So I'm going to give Stetcher. I'm going to switch it up. What I wrote down, I'm switching it up. Stetcher's getting the one. My three. So the one being who's in the point. And I'm going to do this too because I feel like the main complaint of the strategy is that you're really leaving your defenseman out there. And like you said, Stetcher actually starts out in everybody's mind as a defensive specialist. So if anybody's going to be able to control that first one out of the 1-3-1, I'm going to give it to Stetch. Zadina, Larkin, and Bobby Ryan. So that way I'm getting shots from left-handed shots, right-handed shots. We have the most dangerous winger shot, at least from what we saw going on in Europe from Zadina. And we also, I'm playing the numbers of who's having a pretty good looking shot percentage season, especially at the start of the season. He's definitely cooled off, but I'm going Bobby Ryan in there. Part of it is also just to slight Anthony Mantha, just for funsies. And of course, you can't hurt to have Larkin in the middle there. And then right up front is Mike, he's our power play specialist. I feel like it's Bertuzzi. Like he comes back, that's where everything seems to turn back on. He's leading the team in power play points, goals, however you want to dissect it. The guy knows what's going on right in front of the net. He is the dynamic that he brings is so special. Like you term him as like that net front presence, but he can do so. He could do so much. He could switch out and be that guy that's in the middle in front of the net. He does have the shot. He's got the hands. And, Mike, he's got the missing teeth to prove he can take those pucks to the face. So I'm going twos up front. I don't know if you want to throw any difference out there, any change, if you do want to throw in Hronek instead of
I got a lineup for you.
Yeah, go for it. I hope there's some trades involved.
Patrick Kane, no. I just got to grind those gears over there. Matt, this power play, obviously we're putting the twos in there. There's no debate there. He actually it feels like he has a purpose whenever the power play starts. I know it feels like he's probably on an island when he's out there trying to score, but I'm putting the twos out there. Matt, I can't not put the captain. He's, our fastest player. I got to put Larkin out there. But Matt, it starts and it ends with one man. At this point, I have confidence in one guy making plays and not embarrassing himself. And
is that our individual expected goals leader, Mark Stahl?
Not quite. Oh, how did I omit him? Oh, shame on me. No, Matt, it's Zadina. I can't not include him in my forwards. And then I don't have any confidence in our defensemen being able to kind of lead the pack in quarterback. So I'm putting Bob Ryan back there. Give it another shot. And at least if the poo-poo hits the fan, I have another guy who can at least fire it from a blue line. And then I'm low on options. I feel like I need to have one defenseman out there. I'm not feeling the Hroner. Matt, I am going to put the DeKaiser out there. A little bit of a reach, but I got a real juicy power play number 2 for you.
DeKaiser, a little bit of a reach. That's nice. He's always been known for his long reach. That is.
I'm ready for
anybody.
I'm going to go first for power play number 2. Now,
all right.
Some people might say, "Oh, you burned up all the juice on power play 1. What are you going to do with power play number 2?" Don't worry, I got a plan. All right.
Are you going to put the juice in there?
No, I'm not putting the juice in there, man. I'm going to stir the pot, though. I'm going to stir the pot. So, Matt, I am so tired of watching these power plays. It's like they can't get a start. Every hockey goal has started with a face-off, and for that reason, I am rewarding power play time to Mr. Glenn Denning himself. Matt, he's going to center my second power play unit. I'm tired of losing face-offs. At least to start, we'll have control of the puck. He's dominating the entire league right now and winning face-offs, and by God, we're going to be good at something. Matt, number 2, I got to put Fabry out there. He's not quite the playmaker that Zadina is. He's not quite lightning in a bottle like Larkin. But I feel good about him trying to make some plays. That's where Mantha's going to come in. Now, Matt, I'm pretty much out of forwards. I'm not putting Filppula in there. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to put your boy Hronek in there, but I got a special guy at number 5. Are you ready for this one?
Yeah.
All right. Matt, I'm putting in the menace himself, Mr. Chalowski, Dennis the Menace.
Oh, my
I'm
God.
tired of him riding that taxi squad. Matt, he is getting time on the power play. He showed some glimmers. I've actually got highlights of him scoring power play goals. Matt, I'm done with these defensive defensemen. I want a guy who's willing to put his balls in a salad shooter and get us a power play point. Because to this point, nobody else is really doing it.
We're going to lead the league in shorthanded goals against. And
you know what? I'm willing to roll those dice. And you know what? To help him out a little bit, I still have Glenn Denning out there. He's my ace in the hole. So he's a little bit of a defensive forward, win the face-off, get back, play a little D. And then, see if Fabry and Mantha and my boy Dennis can get up to. What kind of trouble they can get into.
So I probably should have put in a right-handed stick with mine.
Before you put yours in, the question was the most dangerous power play line. It wasn't specified if it was dangerous for the other team or for our team. So I think I picked the most dangerous power play line.
All right. So should I definitely need to adjust because I got to throw Darren Helm in there then. No. All right. So since
that's just stupid. Just stupid. At least Glenn Denning made sense. Don't put Helm in there. All right. Go ahead.
So this is what I have down. I got to throw in Hronek's just going in there, and then that's my 1, my 3, Mantha, Nemestikov, and Fabry, and then my other one to match up with my 2Z, who I'm saying is
Dennis.
No. My B- version of Tyler Bertuzzi is Giovanni Smith.
Ooh, I thought about it.
Yep. Tenacious Junkyard Dogs. Put him in there. We just saw him score from right in front of the net. He's got great hand-eye. The reaction is drop of a hat. But
He's as elegant, playful as a pussycat.
I mean, Mickey Redmond said it, that he's beefed up and he's ready to throw everybody around. So I'm all about that. So put him out in front. There's my 2 power play lines. Boom. And that I hope we did good, Pete. I hate to think like right now he's just, unsubscribed. Just nope.
I think he's opening up some Chalowski highlight videos on YouTube.
Oh yeah. Wow, he's making I like that Chalowski kid. Well, now I feel bad. I put him on all those polls earlier of who to get rid of.